of Angela Smith for the last couple of weeks because y'all, some folk get a little offended. But it's your girl, Pastor Angela Smith. For those of you all who don't like it, it's your girl, Pastor Angela Smith. And of course, we are one sister to another. We're the podcast with information, inspiration, and limitless God affirmations. We're the podcast that has the best guests and the best host. So will you all say hello for me to my baby girl who are out there? Now, y'all might not see her face today because, of course, she's working in the background, okay? You got my girl, Tamara Woodard, who is also the executive producer of One Sister to Another. And then, of course, our girl, Latanya Sharia Birch, is out with her grandbaby. Congrats to the grandbaby. Y'all know that's the one thing we love about this group, honey. This group of One Sister to Another podcast, folks. We believe in honoring our husbands, if you got one. We believe in honoring our grandchildren and our children. We believe in doing it like we do it. Listen at this. If you are watching us, or if you're planning on telling your neighbor, telling your friend, will you all go ahead and tell them they can catch us right now on intellectualradio.com. Intellectualradio.com. We're an iHeart radio station. But if you go to intellectualradio.com and you just scroll up and hit live, you're going to be interacting with us right now. You can also go to One Sister to Another internet radio show. One Sister to Another internet radio show on Facebook and hit that. Follow us, like us, okay? You can also go to One Sister to Another Media 33 on YouTube and interact with us that way. Well, y'all, we got all the guests in the back room, so guess what? We're getting ready to do this thing. Do you all know today? Today is a day where, and let me say this real quick before I turn them loose, and of course that is, today is a gift from God. What you do today is your gift back to Him. We are excited about today's of course, podcast. We're going to be talking to some women because they're moms, they're grandmoms, and they're just, I believe, just because Mother's Day is over doesn't mean that you're not still important. You are important. And that's the reason why today's podcast is about real talk. Let's talk. Can we talk? Mothers and mental health. Will y'all help me welcome our first guest today? And of course, that's going to be none other than she's the mom oasis sister. Look, director Deanna Taylor is in this room. She's here. Hey, Deanna.
Hey, Pastor Angela. I'm so excited to be here, and I love this topic, so I can't wait to get in.
Yo, I just met her at the expo this past weekend as we were part of the IMC She Rocks It event right Absolutely. There at in Romeoville. So I'm so thankful. Joyce Dawkins, we appreciate you. Listen, I also want to introduce it, bring to the room right now, none other than my girl out of Dallas, Texas, Lauren Araby. Look like she off the camera, okay? Lauren Araby, bring her in the room. Baby, how you doing today, Dallas, Texas?
Hey, how are you? How everybody's
doing? Good. We're doing good. I'm gonna need you to be still. We're doing good. Listen, last but not least, she's my sister. Listen, we grew up in the same neighborhood. Y'all tell me, why did I spend the night around the corner at her house and my mama let me? Because her mom and my mama didn't play no games. She is a mom and she's married. She has grown daughters, but guess what? She's here with us today. None other than my girl, Loretta Taylor is in the
Hello, everyone. Hello. I'm so happy to be here with you ladies. Can't wait. This is a great topic. God.
This is absolutely amazing. So, of course, y'all, we got to get some shouts out to my team today. Of course, again, Tamara Woodard, our executive producer, working in the background. Latanya Sharia is hanging out with the grandbabies today. And, of course, I got my girl right here at the other Winfrey studio. Look, the Oprah. No, I ain't calling her Oprah. She is Wanda B is in here with me today. Don't forget, you can share with your folks, y'all, that we're out here on One Sister to Another internet radio show. Like that page. Also, One Sister to Another Media 33. That's on YouTube. You can interact with us, as well as Intellectual Radio's YouTube. Interact with us. Intellectualradio.com. We're an iHeart radio station. We're getting ready to get this thing going. Listen, so I said, ladies, that, of course, we were it's Mother's Day is not the only time of the year that I believe we should be honored, but I believe we should be honored all the time. I'm not, this takes nothing away from our brothers, but I just want the world to know today that I honor you mothers. Real talk. Let's talk. Can we talk? mothers and mental health. In a minute, we're going to, of course, bring up, as soon as she gets here, we'll be bringing in our LPC. And of course, that's Chantel Biddings Taylor. She's going to be in the room with us. Oh, she's already here. Chantel, hey. Look, I don't have my glasses on. Hey, Chantel.
Hey.
I am so glad you're joining us today. So we always believe, my team and I, we always believe if we've got a way to bring that professional in the room, and especially when we're going to give some showcase to our own African-American folk, I'm all for it. And y'all know what? Let us introduce, we're going to, of course, get Chantel on the mic first. Chantel, y'all, happens to be an LPC. She's a mental health practitioner with her own practice. But can I tell y'all something? Chantel is the part of the "You Can't Join In." Y'all know that song, that thing song, Church of God in Christ, baby. Believe Jesus, for real, for real. Chantel, will you go ahead and we're going to let you kick this off. Go ahead and share with folks maybe something they don't know about you, but share with us who you are.
Well, hey, everybody. I am Chantel Biddings. I am a licensed clinical professional counselor in the state of Illinois. I provide individual, family, couples counseling, trainings, workshops, development workshops for churches, for schools, for organizations. My belief is that we can have therapy and Jesus too. So, yes. Of course, I am always excited when Angela asks me to come and speak on one sister to another, because we want to make sure that we know that it is okay to seek mental health services. It is okay. It doesn't mean that you're not saved. It don't mean that you don't love the Lord. It just simply means that the Lord has equipped his people with therapists, with doctors, with psychologists, with psychiatrists to help us in whatever areas we need. So just like you would go to the doctor if you broke your arm, if you are having difficulties with managing depression, anxiety, relationships, even with your marriages, with your children, that you can seek therapy, and there are licensed and qualified providers that are there to help you.
That'll make it all happen. Thank you, Chantel. You can have therapy and have Jesus too. Did y'all hear that? Come on, Loretta, introduce yourself and share with the folks who you are.
So I am Loretta Taylor, and I am a child of God. I am a mother. I'm a wife. I'm a daughter. I'm a sister. I'm an aunt. But mostly, I am a person who have served 30 plus years in the corporate America. And now I have left corporate America to do something for myself. I want to be able to reach back out to the sisters that don't get touched, the ones that get wrote off, the ones that they say, oh, she on drugs, she ain't gonna never be nothing. That's a lie. They just need somebody to care. And so that is what my angle is in my next journey of life, is to be able to reach these sisters that's out here that has lost all hope, give them a word from God, bring them back into the church, and give them hope in their life.
And so, of course, y'all hearing it firsthand from a mom of 3 grown daughters and a husband. And sometimes, let me throw this out here, sometimes you can be married and still be alone. I'm not saying that's her situation, but sometimes that can happen. Come on here, Miss Deanna Taylor and Mommy. Come on, Mom Oasis. I met her at the expo on last weekend, and she wore on me. Come on, talk to us today. Share with them who you are.
Absolutely. So I'm Deanna Taylor. I am a CEO. I am a licensed life coach, licensed executive coach at Mom Care Oasis, where we care about maternal mental health, emotional self-care. So we have a line of Mommy Needs a Minute products. We also do workshops and retreats. And then I own a leadership development company called MCO Executive Wellness. And we do the same thing in the workplace to make sure that wellness is centered at everything. And so I am also a mom of 4, been married 16 years. And the mental health battle for moms is at an all-time high, what we see. And so anytime I get an opportunity to just allow a mom, especially those who don't realize Jesus really prioritized self-care. He stealed away early in the morning, got to himself with his Father. And so mirroring what the Lord has done to say there are some practical steps that we can do as well. And then giving women the support to do that is the work that I'm involved in. So I'm so glad to be here.
Deanna, thank you for sharing that today.
Yeah.
Listen, y'all just getting me all excited already. Hey, TikTok. Listen, don't forget to share with your folks. One Sister to Another Media 33 on YouTube, Intellectual Radio YouTube, intellectualradio.com. Scroll up and hit the live button. You can interact with us. We want to see your comments. We're talking to moms today. Real talk. Let's talk. Can we talk? Mothers and mental health. Listen at this. I met this young woman, this young fiery woman. I didn't even tell y'all what a 5-4 ministry gift is because I don't want y'all to get nervous. But anyway, look, I met this young woman, picked up her card off the bus when I went to Dallas. Tomorrow is gone now, but when I went to Dallas tomorrow, I'm on the bus coming from one of the conferences, and I pick her card up, and it says, Prophetess Lornette Raven. I called and I say, baby, I don't know how I found your card, but, and I mean, this woman has been speaking to my life, into my life. And of course, she's on fire. Come out here, Sister Lornette, and she just Lornette out here today with us today, but she's still fire. Lornette, come on, share with them who you are, what you do, and of course, maybe share with us something people maybe don't know about you, because I don't think people know about you, a counselor. Go ahead.
My name is Lornette Raby, and also I have I'm opening up a practice. I'm in the process. I went to Liberty University. I graduated I always worked with mental health ever since I was in my 20s. And I deal with mental health. The state grant me teenagers and adults to come to my transition housings. So I work with the psychologists, I work with counselors, and it's called New Beginning Restoration, where we take and develop teenagers, develop moms or fathers that's dealing with kids, where we house them in safe place. And we deal with their mental health. So many people are battling mental health in the church, out of the church. It doesn't matter your title, but you have to know that regardless of what, you still need to take care of mental health. Is depressions, is different levels of depression. I'm gonna let the doctor say it. She gonna tell us about that today. But I do that, and also I also own my own business as far as boutique. Just several things, transportation service. I'm working with my doctor, my physical medical doctor now. We just got rewarded of a grant. We're getting ready to take care of single women with kids that's battling with mental health and battling with just issues of trauma. And
Yep.
we're going to begin to transport them to psychological to their appointments, and sit with the psychological counselors and the psych doctors. But I did go to school. I did go to school for mental health. I ended up graduating in psychology. So I'm just glad to be here. Most of all, I'm in
Amazing,
the ministry.
amazing. Listen at this. And so I believe we have the right people in the room today. Listen, some of the questions or some of the concerns, let's not call them questions, some of the concerns today of our moms. Come on, real talk. Let's talk. Can we talk? Mothers and mental health. And again, I think I forestated earlier that believe me, it takes more than just one day to celebrate a mom. I believe that we should be celebrated 24/7. God knows our husbands, and I'm not married anymore, but I'm gonna give me one. Our husbands, they go to work, they come home from work, baby, they clump over. Some do sit down in that seat and they go to giving orders. Look, can you bring my plate? Or your grandmama taught you? Come on, Loretta. Your grandmama taught you, a Prophetess Raven. Your grandmama taught you, Deanna and Chantel, your grandmama taught you get that man his plate first. But here's what I want to know. And I'm going to challenge you all to do your best at limiting your answers, because I want to get it all in. We are live on TikTok right now as well, live on all Facebooks. And I want the women to be able to chime in. Somebody said, thank you all for doing this today. And we're so glad that you all are receiving it today. Okay. One of the concerns women are having today, y'all, is this. And I'm going to ask every woman in the room. And then I'm going to keep you, Chantel, to give some the practitioners support to it. Okay. Loretta, what does a typical day look like for you? And how do you manage stress throughout your day? I want to start with you, and then we're going to go to Lornette, and then right over to you, Deanna.
Okay, so I start my day at 5 a.m. on my knees. So I have to go to God first because I don't know any other way to make it through the day. So I ask God to govern my day with peace, joy, and happiness every day. But my day is probably a little different than most of you all's because
That's what we want to hear.
I then start with an 80-year-old that I take care of that has dementia. I have a husband that deals with an addiction, and I have 3 adult daughters that always need something. They're independent, but they need something, right? So you ask, where's my time at? Half the time I don't get any time unless that 5 a.m. to that 6 a.m. is my time. When I come through the door, what I'm going to eat? Are you going to go get this? Did you do this? So for me, I believe that I was gifted with strength mentally because I've had a lot of storms that most people probably would not have made it through.
So tell me this, how would you say, for the women that are listening, and they listening, y'all, how would you say you manage? Give me one key component to man. I need one, and then
when
I'm
I
going
feel
to
overwhelmed, I just start calling on Jesus.
Come on. And we ain't being deep. We telling the truth.
I'm just telling you the truth. When I feel overwhelmed, I just say, "Oh Lord, help me," and then I take a deep breath and keep it moving.
Lord have mercy. Lornette Raby, what does a typical day look like for you, and how do you manage stress throughout your day?
I have to agree with Miss Loretta. I start off with prayer, and prayer and meditation. But when it's stressful, I will be honest with you. If I'm already out, I'll go shopping. I'm being honest.
Tell the truth.
I mean,
Just tell the truth, girl. Come on now.
I go shopping, and but what we have to know that you're not weak because you need that support. And sometimes I will call Pastor Angie, or sometimes I'll just call someone I can trust, because you have to have that support system.
I think we need to hear that.
And a lot of times we feel like we're weak, when it becomes because you're having some difficulties or challenges, whether it's depression. I mean, whether it's because there's different levels of depression. So, but I handle by yes, prayer is good, but when you can just vent out to someone that understand where you're at the time, it's not weakness, but just having that support system is very good.
So that's how you're walking through. I think a lot of women.
A phone call. You deserve support. You deserve peace, and you deserve healing. And I believe God put people on the earth realm, to be able to inject and move you to the next place or the next level. And I just believe that, as not just being a prophet, but also being a professional certified life coach too. So when you're feeling stuck and overwhelmed, I believe that you need that special person that you can pick up the phone to say, look, I'm battling with this, and they can walk you through it to come out.
So listen at this. So we all agree. We've all agreed that the way we really get our day started is we've got to start it with prayer, in prayer, talking to Jesus, telling him, hey, God, this is what, or what about getting up saying, Lord, this is what I have before me. Deanna, how do you get started? How does a day start in your life, right? And then if it gets stressed, how do you walk through it? How do you resolve stress?
I think, in all honesty, it looks different in different seasons of life.
Yes,
right?
It does.
And so when I was younger and I just had the 1, 2, 3 kids before I started mom care, I just started my day when my kids got up. Now, wisdom has taught me you have to start your day before the family gets up.
That's right.
So I start at 5 for that quiet, for that peace, for that prayer. And then I go to the gym. I move my body. I get my mind. I drink my water. I take my vitamin. Like, you have to, I think, as women, not neglect your temple, because just saying I'm going to be strong can only take you so much. If your body break down, then who's there, right? So when I experience stress, one of the things I created on our website is 5 tips to simplify your busy life. And it came out of because I was overwhelmed. And so what I do when I'm stressed, I notice what's happening. So I know my stress signal. So that's number one. You have to be aware when you stress out. There's a pain in my back that comes. I start sweating, all these things. And so I first breathe, and then I figure out what I can take off my plate. So it's not me trying to be superwoman. Tried that, didn't work, had a breakdown. So I try to figure out, okay, what can I delegate? What can I say no to? And what can I not commit anymore when I know I'm at that point? And when I begin to do those small things, the stress subsides. I breathe. I make a phone call. Hey, I can't pick up such and such. Can you pick them up? Or, hey, y'all, I know I said we were going to do this. It's not working this week. Maybe we can plan. Giving myself agency to decide is how the Lord has helped me use practical skills to kind of move through stress, especially in this day and age.
That is amazing, amazing, amazing. Listen, I believe y'all helping. Y'all helping. They're listening from everywhere, y'all. Come on, Dr. Chantel Biddings. Come on, give us what is that walkthrough that we can use, that tip we can use today from your end of things.
Right. And I'm gonna put the disclaimer. I'm not a doctor. We didn't have a lot of doctor issues out there this week.
Yeah.
So I'm a clinician.
Yes.
So I love what everyone has said. We are our mothers, we are wives, we are caretakers, and we are all wearing a number of hats on a day-to-day basis that can pull from your mental health, your physical health, your spiritual health. And so it is important. I love when Dr. Loretta said we got to start in prayer. We got to start with centering ourselves, focusing in on keeping the important thing the important thing. The first thing is the first thing. So we got to start with prayer. We got to start with taking care of our spiritual health, our physical health. Yes, Deanna, we got to work these bodies. We got to move. But also making sure that you keep yourself a priority on that number of list of things that we all have to do every day. We got to take better care of ourselves. We know as Black women, heart health is one of the main things that take us out of here. And there are so many women that are struggling with broken hearts, number one, struggling with depression, with anxiety, and we suffer in silence because we put on the superwoman cape, because we say, I got it, I can manage it, my mama did it, my grandmama did it, I can do it. But we are juggling so many things that we have to learn how to lean on our supports. We got to learn how to say no. We got to learn how to set boundaries, and we have to learn how to rest. Number one, we got to learn how to rest. We don't rest enough, and rest is not a luxury. It is a necessity. And so we got to remember that we have to rest. And I raise my hand. I am the number one. I got to remind myself, because as we run here, there, and everywhere, it's easy to say I need to rest. It's harder to set the boundary and say I'm going to rest.
Wow, y'all. And so of course that gives us the segue of our next question, our next concern. I want you all to take a moment, and I want you to think, my folks out here in TikTok land and the folks that are watching from our pages on Facebook, I need y'all to answer as well. I see some of the answers going. Of course, folks are chiming in through our feed right here on Intellectual Radio. I want y'all to share with me. I want you to think about it. Describe a moment recently when you felt mentally overwhelmed. What helped you get through it? Here's what I want y'all to think about as you're answering. I want you to think about, it's okay if it didn't start out the way you thought it should start. That's the reason why One Sister to Another podcast is one of the best podcasts out here. Because we don't have no fluff sometimes, but we do. And what of course Chantel just said, right? Our mental health, our mental practitioner just said, and that is, of course, you get to be woman. In the midst of all this, sometimes it's just gonna fall apart. Let me kick us off. You know, when I found out I was divorcing, do y'all know the first thing I thought of? I was like, for real, God? Are you kidding me? All the couples come to Angela and Robert What do you mean I'm getting ready to divorce? And then, God, I'm in my late 50s. Who going back out here in the dating world? You know what I'm saying? So initially it hits you like this. Initially, the church then looks at you and say, "What you do wrong? What you do?" You know what I'm saying? As if I have the antidote, right? Watch this. And so you have to gather yourself, right? So what did I do to walk through it? Gathered myself. Made sure I had a couple of support systems I could count on as well. Prophetess Raby was talking about how she can call me. I could call them. I could call a Loretta of the world, right? I have a certain tight knit group I can call, right? But the one thing I will share with you all, and then I'm gonna pass this mic to you, Deanna, and that is, but I decided, even though I was overwhelmed, in the pain of it, I am not gonna allow other people to dictate to me how to process my pain. Go ahead, Deanna.
I love that. I would just jump in and say, for a lot of mommies and that young kid, school age.
And how old are your children, by the way?
So my oldest is 15, and then I have a girl that's 14. Then I have two boys that's 11 and 9. So
Okay.
I'm ripping and running. But I would say this is what we call Maycember, where it's the end of the school year. All the things are happening. Everybody having graduations. It feels like December, but it's in May. It's overwhelming. So my crazy time was this past week. Literally, my father is having a birthday party. He's turning 65. I ran from there, getting ready to come here. And then tomorrow, my daughter's graduating. My son got a promotion into 5th grade, and they had like literally. And then I'm getting calls. I'm in class. I'm in school. I'm running 2 businesses. So this is real. It's to be really, really transparent and honest. And so the way that I have walked through this week has been, I've been so kind with my language to myself.
Yes.
So I've been, girl, you doing great. It's fine. They gonna be okay. So what is not on time, you gonna get it done. Like, I've been my biggest cheerleader. And I want to say that the words we say have so much power, which, your audience knows, and we know this, but it also has tremendous power for yourself. So not just speaking life to other people and being the encourager, but for you, what kind of words? So that's what really helped me. I was so kind. I didn't have any guilt. A lot of moms struggle with that. Expectations and guilt. Nope, didn't deal with it. If I wanted ice cream twice this week, guess what? That's what your girl did. Went through that line, got like I did what was needed to get me through. So it's for me, what I'm understanding is that when you're in a heightened season, you can make adjustments, you can mitigate in real time, and then get back to your schedule, get back to your regular rhythm. And so that's what got me through this week.
Thank you, Lord. Come on, Lornette, give us that moment in time recently that overwhelmed you, and what did you do to walk through it?
Well, really overwhelmed me when you have adult kids. Some of them, they pull on you and they going through their process, and you're the listening ear, you the counselor, you the mom, and sometimes it's kind of like sometimes you get a little bit overwhelmed. And then a lot of times when my phone stayed ringing with ministry, with me traveling, different locations.
But what we're saying, no, and I'm not interrupting because I don't know. I want you, and y'all know what we do, right? We always get kind of talk about those other folk, but this show today is about moms and about you. We don't, our kids is cool. I want you to tell us. See, the reason why I'm doing it like this too is because that's my baby. But the other thing is that in ministry, we always got the feel for everybody else. Y'all understand what I'm saying? That's my baby. I want you to tell us, Prophetess Raby, a moment this week where you were overwhelmed personally and what you did to walk through it. A woman, a mom who's single with grown children, just like you, who are in ministry and got to wear all these different masks. She wants to hear that from you today. So I just wanted to re-ask the question. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, through my own personal relationship, I'm not gonna expose that, but just through my own personal relationship, it kind of like kind of overwhelmed me a little bit. And I literally had to just not pray, but I had to pick up the phone and talk through it. Because sometimes you just got to talk through it, right?
Come
To
on,
rationalize, you
help
got to just
somebody.
talk through it. So, my own personal relationship, I think we forget about our own personal relationship. So, um, and I literally had to pray, but I had to pick up the phone and call, say, listen, I need you to listen to what I need to say.
Yeah.
And what do you think about this? So sometimes that's what happened to me this week. I had to literally pick up the phone to say, listen to this. I don't want to make the wrong decision, so
That
yeah,
is, you know what? You just helped the masses. Picking up a phone, knowing, I think, Deanna, you said it as well, knowing that you're not in this battle by yourself. I think it's so important. And you'll talk about it just a little bit, of course, Chantel, how we need, I'm sure in most of your counseling sessions, you're telling women, hey, at the end, and men too, at the end of this thing, you need to make sure you have a support system, or at least you can know where the resources are. Come on, Loretta, before you take off, with what did you what was one of those challenges of overwhelming you had this week, and what did you do to walk through it? Y'all, Lady 26262 says realizing and recognizing her triggers and crying whenever I cried during my rehab. She says yesterday because my body was in distress. So she's saying realizing that, hey, at some time in this thing, just because I'm a preacher, I'm so tired of the church putting so much pressure on women and men who are in ministry. Y'all better learn how to steal away and cry. She said she learned how to cry. Her body was going through distress. I'm sure she feel better today because Miss Lady 2626262, you gonna be all right. Go ahead, Loretta. Tell us.
So for me this week, what's overwhelming is realizing where you really are in life. And I had to accept my realization today. And my realization is I'm getting ready to walk through a divorce. I got an 80-year-old mom who needs me every day, every second, if she can have it. And I need me. So I cried all the way to work, and I cried all the way home.
Come
and
on.
I didn't care. And then I went and got ice cream, just like you. Because ice
Come
cream
on,
is my thing.
Did y'all hear me? For the ice cream.
So for me, that was a big step for me. First of all, when you look in the mirror at 61 and say, well, this is where I'm at. This is my real life. And I had to accept that and don't care what nobody else think about it. I don't need your opinion. I'm just telling you where I'm at. And you can't tell me that I shouldn't be here because you're not me. Mm-hmm. So
someone says one of the things you could start doing too is Lady 262 says you can I'm not calling it all that, but 26262 says you can also learn how to journal. How many of you all journal? Learn how to journal. And then I'm coming right over to you, Chantel. Lakeitha Wade, my beautician, she says you got to take a pause and know that it's okay. Listen, and be okay with sharing sometime, as Prophetess Raby said, having that someone you can call. Can I tell y'all what's the biggest thing about the real reason why most women in ministry, most women who are corporate America, y'all know the real reason why most of them have some mental breakdowns, and sometimes you don't find out until they almost doing this? Because they don't have anybody. They don't trust anybody. Because when they do come to you, and I ain't talking to the panel, I'm talking to the folk outside. When they come to you, you run your mouth, you tell other people, and they can't trust you. Watch this. I get so tired of not being able to share. As a woman in ministry, we can't share with everybody. Why? Go ahead, Chantel.
Well, can I say something first? I just want to say this. I think that if we as women start to stop hiding behind who we really are and be more transparent with who we are, we won't have to worry about who you tell, because we're going to tell it ourselves. That way you can't get it wrong. You're going to get it right.
Yeah, Chantel, she just gave us the segue. right
Yeah.
into, we come into your office and we're going to sit and you're going to ask us some questions about what overwhelmed me. Talk to me about how that session will probably go.
Well, I love this discussion because the beauty of going to counseling is that you don't have to worry about who is going to spread your business because the
Come on.
counselor is not. So
Right.
that is your
Tell that
private
part.
space. I tell people that is your space to vent, to talk, to get it all off your chest without worrying about judgment, without worrying about, girl, if it was me, I would have done this and I wouldn't take that if I was you. You know, all the things that our girlfriends that mean so well might say to us. Or you don't have to worry about it being preached about on Sunday morning, right?
Right.
Because you have told it in confidence and your counselor is going to keep it where it is. And also help you to work through what you want to do, not what I think you should do, not what, if it was me, I would do, but what is best for you, right? This is your open and honest time. And so I love saying to people, it's not that so much that you need therapy, but you deserve therapy. You deserve a safe space to talk about what is going on with you, because at the end of the day, we are all people. We all are in spaces where life has not been kind, where life is lifing, and we are managing multiple things at the same time. I tell people, yes, I'm a therapist, but I'm a wife first. I'm a mama. I'm a sister. I'm a daughter. I'm a caregiver at this place in my life where I am in the sandwich generation. I have adult children, 2 sons in college, but I'm also in this space where I am managing the care of my parents. And so even me, it is good for me to have my therapist, because as I am helping other people, I need somebody to say, okay, but in my real life, you know, this is what's happening for me. And I need to be able to cope with that so I can be well. Women, we got to be well so that we can help other people. It starts with us first. If you take care of you, you can be a better mom. You can be a better wife. You can be a better me to me.
Wow.
So I want us to prioritize taking care of ourselves so that, number one, we're better people for us. I can think better. I can feel better. I can eat better. I can exercise better if I take care of me first.
And truly, 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 ladies, moms, and of course, let me stop for station identification. We are right here at intellectualradio.com. All you need to do, look, if y'all want to come and hang out with us on the Intellectual Radio, and you can go right there to intellectualradio.com, press the live button, and you're going to be right here interacting with us. You can also go to One Sister to Another Media 33 on YouTube, and you can interact with us there, or Intellectual Radio YouTube and interact with us there. One Sister to Another internet radio show. Go out there and like the page, and you'll be right here in the feed with us as well. Listen to this. I believe somehow, some way, we have moms have neglected themselves. Moms have neglected themselves. So today we're talking to, of course, Chantel Biddings Taylor. She is our LPC today, our mental health practitioner. Then we got Deanna Taylor, who of course is a part of the moms. Of course, what's the full name, Deanna?
Mom Care Oasis.
Mom Care Oasis. We've got Prophetess Lorna Raby, who is also one of our life coach in mental health. And we've got my girl. Look, we grew up together. Look, slept in the same bed, ate the same food. Look, our parents, they're right around the corner from each other. Loretta Taylor is in the room, and they're all moms. They're all moms. But I believe somehow we managed to neglect ourselves. Real talk. Let's talk. Can we talk? Mothers and mental health. I believe what we're sharing with the women tonight, they're going to be able to walk away and have something. Listen at this. I'm going to come over to you, Deanna, in just a minute, because I'm going to ask you what would be some of the resources women can get. Can they call a certain number and talk to someone on your end? Listen at this. I want y'all to answer this question for me real quick. How do you find time for yourself, or do you struggle to carve out that space? So the question is, how do you find time for yourself, or do you find that you struggle in trying to find that space for yourself? Come on, Prophetess Raby, you can kick us off.
Well,
how do you find time for yourself?
I find time because I learned that self-care is so important. So, but I
Mm.
had to learn that. I'm so serious because the last couple of years I haven't been doing self-care, but I had to learn it through the process. Um, I know that mental health is real, and I have intake and my transition housing, from the court system that young teenagers, young men and females that I, house, that I have to have a breather too
Come
because
on.
they're dealing with schizophrenic, they're dealing with
Come on now.
bipolar, and a mixture. They're dealing with anxiety. So I had to learn that I had to have a person that do respite, that I can take them over to their house that's qualified with the state, and I had to just go out of town. I had to go on a cruise and regroup and
And
regroup
regroup.
myself. So a lot of times we don't regroup, and a lot of times people say, "Well, I'm regrouping because I'm sitting at home." Sometimes just them walls alone, closed in, you're by
Mm.
yourself, you're closed in, and that can bring depression. A lot of
Mhm.
times we
You
don't talk
talking the
about
talk
that.
tonight, baby. Come on.
Sometimes you got to get out. You got to get out of those walls of the house. Your environment have to change. The same way we say, I used to work at a AA with, kids, well, adults coming from off drugs. And they say you got to change your people, places, and things. And it's the truth. You got to come out of that environment of that house, and you got to get out and go out and do self-care, whether you go out of town. Sometimes I'll take a ride and come back home. I feel much better just getting out those walls and regrouping, and not forget about self-care of yourself.
One of
So
our sisters on the stream just said we will be talking about men and mental health on June 13th. Marvetta Higgins, put it in there, girl. We're gonna make sure folk know it. Deanna, talk to us about carving out that time. Prophetess Raby, you hit some key, some key,
Mhm.
some key areas. Keep your light on. We can't see you. Keep your light on. Deanna, talk to us about carving out that time. Do you feel guilty about that?
No, not at all. And I work with my clients not to either. One thing, my perspective is that rest and care should be in rhythm. So I
Mm,
do
I
a
like
lot
that.
with systems, like
That's that should be a
um, in habit stacking. So, for an example, before it was difficult, and I would always have the same meeting at a certain point on a Friday. I began to put rest time in my schedule in at 3 o'clock, from 3 to 5, actually 2 hours. And I get that people have different times of the day, but it could be 30 minutes, it can be an hour. But habit stack something you're already doing and just put VIP meeting. If you working on a calendar that other people can see, or just put rest time. But every week, even when you like, I don't need it. Yes, you do. Just
You
sit and
do.
be
You need
still.
some rest.
Stillness can really rejuvenate your soul. Talking on the phone with a girlfriend, laughing, kikiing can rejuvenate your soul. I love going to the movies by myself because it is energizing, can rejuvenate your soul. I think for women living in the modern times, we have to put it into the rhythm of the schedule you have, and
Mm,
not looking for people to say it's okay. Like, I really want to stress this. There is nobody in your life who will speak up for you if
better
you
than
don't.
you.
Won't happen. They'll just think mama's great. She got it going on. They will keep going with their lives, as they should, because God gives us the intention to speak up, to use our voice, to advocate. And so I just really believe, for me, I put it into a rhythm, and we also create practical resources. So we have the Mommy Needs a Minute kit, that we were selling this past weekend. And
Yeah.
inside is a stress management notepad. Inside is a door hanger that you put on your door, say Mommy Needs a Minute. And on the back, we introduce how you can talk it to your family, right? To help create boundaries. We have a celebration stand that says, girl, you did that. It's a way for you to write down everything you did great and put it on there. So a lot of the practical resources we've created have been born out of my pain, but that I've noticed in my clients as a way for you to regain that emotional, maternal, mental health, instead of waiting for somebody to rescue you. Like, what we doing? That ain't happening. So I would say put it into the rhythm. And then that way you won't have to beg for it because it's already there. And then tell people, communicate. Hey guys, Tuesdays at 3. Don't expect me.
So put
Turn your
my
phone
carve
off.
out into the
Absolutely.
rhythm of my day. Come on,
Yeah.
carve out some time for me in the rhythm of my week, and don't ask for permission.
Mm-mm.
Go ahead and put it on the calendar like I'm the boss chick for real. Go ahead, Miss Taylor. The other
So,
Miss Taylor.
I struggled with
Carving
this,
out.
carving out time for self-care. I'm a giver by nature. That's my heart. And so, but today I don't struggle anymore, because what I had to realize is that self-care could be just getting your nails done. Self-care could just be going every 2 weeks getting your hair done. I don't do the lashes, right? So, but the other thing is I have become a professional at saying no. So I'm not going to allow other people to overwhelm me with their emergencies. That's your emergency, so you figure it out. So now for me, even with my children, when they come and say, Mom, I need you right now, I said, I can't do that because you waited to the last minute. I'm sorry. I'm not going to get stressed with you because you didn't decide to plan better.
They will stress us, yeah.
Oh, yes, they will. And they'll take you to your grave, and then they'll spend the money you left behind. And I ain't looking for that. So here we go. We're going to live longer, collect our Social Security. It ain't a benefit, and keep on living. I decided to become a DoorDasher because I am such a people person. That's why I worked in HR. I love it. I get to talk to these people, laugh with them, and never see them again. It don't make me no difference. And I enjoy every moment of it. So I've
You
learned.
know what? I think Deanna said it best when she said, you just look, you work it into the rhythm of the, but Loretta, I know this to be the truth for you, that this is how you decided to resolve. You,
Yep.
Prophetess Raby. I watch the women that are on the panel tonight, other than Deanna and Chantel. I've been around Chantel, but I've watched you women kind of evolve into who you are today. And so that's why I knew that this, of course, podcast couldn't take place and really be as strong as I wanted it to be without you guys being my guests here tonight. Chantel Biddings, talk to us about, we're in a session with you now, and now you're having to talk to us about making sure we're carving out some time for ourselves. How would that look?
I think Deanna said it best. I schedule my self-care like I schedule a client. So it's on my calendar, and I block the time like I block my appointments, because I am just as important as the people I help, right? And if we keep that in mind, I am just as important, and I need to have my time. So I have, for years, I have taken, I was raised with preachers. So I'll take a preacher's Monday every Monday. I do not see clients. I do not do work. I wake up when I get ready. I do the things I need to do for me on that Monday. And I prioritize that time. I protect that time. And I think that that's what we have to remember when it comes to self-care. Protect that time. Don't let somebody call you and say, but I really need you to do this. No, I'm not available on Monday at 10 a.m. I'm just not. I protect that time. And I not only do I protect it, I prioritize it. So I know when my body is off. I know when my body is saying, girl, now you done gone too far. You've done too much. We are exhausted. We are overwhelmed. Notice your body signals. I get headaches. I get tightness in my shoulder and my back. I start forgetting and overscheduling myself. So that's when I know, okay, it's time for me to check out. And it's okay for you to take the time. Rest, again, it is a priority. We know that even when Jesus, after he worked and served the people and preached to the people, what did he do on the boat when the storm was raging?
Did he go to the other side?
When the storm was raging, what they said, Jesus was
was down there asleep, chilling.
His head was on the pillow.
Yes. He was chilling, baby.
Why? Because he had already worked, and he knew, number one, hey, we got this. I'm gonna make sure it's gonna be all right. So even if Jesus can take a nap,
If
And
he can take a
he's
nap.
Jesus. If Jesus
My
can
God.
take a nap, surely my finite mind, my little bitty self, I can take a nap in the midst of whatever is going on in my life. So I believe in the nap ministry, y'all. Schedule yourself some naps, schedule you some time, rest because you have to. You have
Rest
to.
because you
And
have
get you some ice cream.
right and
Yes,
get you
we
some
gonna all
ice
have
cream.
some ice cream.
I got the right women in the group tonight, and of course, y'all know I never have enough time. But look, right here in my right here in the stream, in the feed, I got my gal pal Trina Davis in here. She says, "Your burden." No. I want to read it just like she said. Wait, I got to find it. Lord have mercy. Trina Davis said, "Your business is not my burden." Oh, come on here. Put that on the t-shirt. Your business is not my burden. And she says, I am, and what you ladies have just really conveyed as well. I am just as important as the next person's problem. I am just, as a matter of fact, please let me, sometimes I don't even call right back. You know why? Because I don't want to give a answer out of my emotion.
Right.
I don't want to give answers out of my emotions. Of course, I want to make sure that we understand that there were no wrong and right answers tonight. There isn't. But I do think that we are at a point in this thing called motherhood where we need to make sure my mental health is my priority. I think it was one of my other sisters, Lakeisha Sanders, who said, my peace is my priority too. But baby, my mental health, my mental state is a priority as well. As a matter of fact, it should be primary. I always tell my kids, if y'all let y'all mom cut up over here, nobody is going to be well, especially me. And so I want to know, where did we start? I think it started with our great grandmamas, where they just wore themselves completely out. And then when grandmama is laying in that casket, come on here. Now we trying to climb off into the casket with her. And we ain't really trying to climb off in the casket because she gone. We climbing off in that casket because we know that Soccertash won't be there when you get out of that station wagon, when you ride up to Vicksburg, Mississippi and get on them hot rocks no more. But listen at this. We're winding down. So I've got one last question for y'all. And yes, we have to do this again. I believe that mothers and their mental health really do matter. When the Lord laid it on our heart to talk about this subject matter, I knew that some folk were going to be blessed. Listen at this. What advice, and remember, we only have a few minutes left, okay? What advice would you give another mom who's struggling with her mental health right now? I'm asking each one of you all to give. And then, of course, we're going to have Deanna and Chantel be our last. So, Prophetess Raby, what advice will you give another mom who's struggling with her mental health right now? And then Loretta Taylor, take it from there.
I would say, if you're struggling with your mental health, find a safe place. A safe place that you can vent, you can talk, and you can regroup. And I say, put God first. Always pray. We always pray, but always know your weakness, your strength. And when you get overwhelmed, always find a safe place, because everybody's not a safe place. And
Everybody's not safe.
I just want to say this. I need to inject this right here. I'm driving, but I need to inject this. I heard, is it Miss Chantel? I heard her say, counseling is good, professional counseling, professional. The certified life coach work with the counselor. Is correct? Am I right, Miss
Yes.
Chantel? And
Yes.
work with the sites. But I would say that make sure you do your diligent due to research the background of that counselor, right?
That's
Because
good.
we
That's
know
good.
that,
That's
and
good.
I can really be honest, because with what I do with my clients, and I have seen this happen, um, every counselor, every professional certified life coach is not trustworthy. I don't care what your credentials are, but you have to make sure that it don't go past the conversation of you sitting in the chair or you sitting in the restaurant talking to them, that it go no further. We say, okay, well, no, this is my job, this is what I do. I'm professional, and it ain't gonna go no further. That's not true.
That's
You have
true.
to make sure very sure who you're talking to, looking beyond their titles. So I am gonna
So,
land a plane on that one to say that make sure it's a safe place, that it don't go no further.
so I believe what I hear you saying is make sure you are vetting out your mental health care practitioner. But I'm gonna tell y'all something. I don't know one yet who tell. Loretta Taylor, go ahead. And we're coming around with our final thoughts. Of course.
Well, the first thing I would tell them is to, if they don't know God, get to know who Jesus Christ is, because that's who's gonna save them. Anybody you talk to ain't gonna do more than he gonna do for you. That's number one. Number two, I feel like when they're overwhelmed, even if they have to talk it out in a room by themselves,
Yeah.
they need to get it out their head.
Yeah.
Because when you leave that stuff bubbling in your mind, you do a lot of crazy stuff. So if you could just get it out, even if you just got to go stand on the side of the house and scream, you need to get it out your head.
That's the truth.
Because women carry so many lines of responsibility. And
Yes.
it did start, for me, my grandmother didn't do much. She was taken care of. But them aunties, they carried them 14 children. And they told us, this is what you got to do. This is how you do your husband. This is what they made us want to be superwomen. But I decided when my oldest was 13, I wasn't superwoman no more, because that was too much. That was too much on one person. So you have to tell yourself you're worthy to be loved and cared for, even as a mother.
Worthy to be loved.
And I take this from the airline. Put your mask on first, y'all. And put your mask on first, and then take care of everybody else.
One more time. Put your mask on first. Yours goes on first.
And then take care of everybody else.
And take care of everybody else. Listen at this. Deanna Taylor, Mom Care Oasis. You got to give them your last thoughts and where they can reach out to you. And then we're going to have our final words by, of course, Chantel Biddings. Listen at this, y'all. I'm at the end, and they're going to go ahead.
So I'll make this brief. What I would say if a mom is struggling, number one, do you believe God wants you to live constantly overwhelmed? I think honestly answering that question will put you in a space where you can say, you know what? No, God is not pleased. He created a Sabbath for a reason. So if that's the case, I would then say to her, well, what is one thing you need right now? Who can you tell it to? So moving from this emotional state into action is where I would tell her. And I just believe that the Lord will meet her where she is. And if you want to stay connected to Mom Care, you can visit our website. We have a lot of resources, momcareoasis.com. We also give away grants. We're giving away $500 for the month of May. We partner with so many great organizations. So be a part of our community. We're on Instagram and Facebook and LinkedIn at Mom Care Oasis.
Mom Care Oasis. Go ahead, Chantel, and then I want to double back if I can real quick, or I will make sure all the rest of the guests, I'll make sure your information is on my page, okay? Go ahead, Chantel, give us your final
thoughts. You cannot pour
and how we can reach out to you as well.
Yes, you cannot pour from an empty pitcher. So make sure that you are constantly refilling your pitcher. And I want you to learn to serve from the overflow. So make sure that pitcher is overflowing, if into your cup is full and overflowing into your saucer. And that's how we replenish ourselves so that we can help other people. Find you a good therapist, find you a good girlfriend circle, find you a good pastor, and take care of yourself physically, mentally, spiritually, and emotionally.
How can they get in touch with you, Chantel?
Find me at www.cbiddingstherapy.com, and I would love to connect to you on any social outlet.
Thank you all so much for hanging out with us today. Of course, it's your girl, One Sister to Another podcast with information, inspiration, and limitless God affirmation. Thank you so much, Facebook. Thank you, Wanda B. Thank you, of course, Tamara Woodard, my girl tonight. Thank you, guests, Deanna Taylor, Prophetess Lorna Raby, Loretta Taylor, and also Chantel Biddings. We appreciate you, Chantel Biddings Taylor. Look, we appreciate you all so much. Thank you, TikTok. Look, we got to go, but today is a gift from God. What you do today is your gift back to him. We will see you in June, y'all. No more Fridays. We'll see you in June with our new theme song, new show. We're going to relaunch right there in June, okay? We will talk to you all soon. Have a great, great night. See you through, no matter what you go through, always remember, Jesus cares for you, and He will always remember, Jesus cares for you.
Okay, she's gone.
Have a good one. Nice meeting you, ladies.
Nice meeting you, ladies. It was a pleasure.
Yeah.
All of these Taylors on here.
Right.
I was like, we related.
Yeah, look, we are related some kind of way.
All of us.
All of
All
us.
of
That's
us.
my married
Well,
name. I got
y'all.
it.
It's my married name too.
It's my maiden name. It's my maiden.
Oh,
It's
okay.
Taylor Biddings. Yeah.